Hi.
Howdy.
Look at all this black space around us, man.
Nice.
Yeah, look at all this void.
Void.
Hmm. I wonder what could be encased inside of it. Maybe treasures unknown, riches, or maybe it's Reddit.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's what it's going to be.
Yep.
And which one is it?
Today we are reviewing the subreddit r slash am I the a-hole?
A-hole.
A-hole. So we're really only going to be doing about like 5 posts.
Unless he just goes off the rails and keeps doing them.
Yeah.
Alright, let's dive in.
Yep. Am I the asshole for refusing to apologize to my sister for going to her room without permission? I came back from a vacation and I forgot I left something in my sister's room. I decided to not knock when I entered. You see, a month before the trip, she went to my room without permission. She had a call. She claimed she went to my room because the signal was stronger. I got mad and told her to apologize, but she goes, I'm in the workforce, you're not. You don't know what's a life or death situation. So I left my friend's birthday gift in her room. I went I went in, then got it. Then when I exited, she was outside and saw me exit the room. Okay. She got mad at why I'm in her room without her permission, but I told her she did the same thing. But again, she goes, work can be life or death. Your friend's Trader Joe's is not. I called her a hypocritical bitch, and she got so mad. We argued, then I told her I have to go. Let's forget this ever happened. You read the last one.
Okay. So I realized I did not have to call her a B word. When I apologized about using the B word, she asked me, Are you going to apologize for entering my room? I told her, Not unless you apologize also for doing the same thing. She just told me you will never know what life or death is until you start your first day of work on Monday. I told her whatever and let's move on. I only have to apologize for the B word, nothing else. What's this chick do for work that it's life and death?
She works in
Yeah,
sales.
maybe, I don't know.
Life or death. If you're $1 below profit margin in sales, you're all gonna get executed.
But hey, they did apologize. So no, not an a-hole for not apologizing for
You
going
are you are definitely not the a-hole. Ooh, we got
a
a long
lengthy
one.
one.
And this one is marked as asshole. Hmm.
And this is an update. So where's the original? Oh wait.
It's it's below the update. Sorry, this is kind of long, but I'd especially like to hear opinions of people in the service industry. Some relevant background info. When my mom died, I inherited her house, which was our family home. It is pretty big, 4 bedrooms, and around 60 years old in original condition. Okay? When I was young, the town was just a middle class suburb, but is now very affluent with a high cost of living. I would not be able to afford to live here if I didn't have the house. We have family coming over to visit this summer and so decided to hire a cleaning company to deep clean the house. We usually clean it ourselves, but we have dogs and cats and things can get a little grimy around the edges. It would be a big expense for us, but we felt it was worth the splurge.
Found a company that was highly recommended by many neighbors on Nextdoor. They came to look at the house and gave me an estimate. They said it would take 3 cleaners about 8 hours, so the total was pretty high, but the hourly rate came out to about the going rate. A little higher than normal, but I'm willing to pay a little more for an established company, plus extra for carpet cleaning. The cleaners came as scheduled and took my dogs out so they wouldn't be barking the whole time. So they wouldn't be baking the whole time. I was gone for about 4 hours, then went into the backyard wondering what I was going to do for the next 4 hours. About 20 minutes later, the cleaner tells me they are finished and would I like to have a look. House looks great. They leave, and I'm relieved I wouldn't have to pay as much since they were only here 4.5 hours rather than 8.
I get the invoice the next day, and it is for the entire amount in the estimate. I questioned this and they said that the quote is by the job, not hourly. He said that some teams are more efficient than others, so they can't know exactly how long it will take, but the original estimate was for almost twice the time that was spent. He offered to knock off $100 for the misunderstanding. I mean, that's pretty understanding overall.
Mhm.
Like, you're getting a 300 off. I responded politely that I had known I was paying for the full 8 hours. That had I known I was paying for the full 8 hours, I could have found more for them to do. I did some math using a very generous hourly price. 3 people, hourly price times 3 people times 4.5 hours. Added in the carpet cleaning and the tip I was planning to give them. I had meant to give cash on the day of the cleaning, but forgot to stop at the bank, and I assume the cleaners are getting paid for the full 8 hours, even though they worked about half the time. I added $50 more just to be somewhat fair, and it was still $250 less than the original quote. I told them that was how much I was willing to pay. I have not heard back yet, but am I the a-hole for not paying the full amount? Let's read the update. Update. I paid them what was quoted. I think the confusion was how the quote was worded. He said he estimated it would take 8 hours, so the cost is X. That made it sound like it was by the hour.
Yeah.
So, what do we think?
Well, their response is a little bit a-hole, but the company was willing to give them a $100 break because they didn't word it as such.
And also, OP did end up paying them what was quoted
Hmm.
in the end. So,
Yep.
I would say a little bit. Like, not full a-hole,
Yeah.
just some. Next. Am I the a-hole for bringing my dead father up in front of my mother's new husband? What does this do? Oh, report. I'm so upset and I do not know if I'm in the wrong. I'm 28, female. Okay. My father passed away of cancer back in 2018 when I was 20. Last weekend, my mother remarried. I get along well enough with her new husband. He's a cool guy in general, treats me and my mother well. He also has a 13-year-old daughter from a previous relationship, as he's been married and divorced his ex. They have a 50-50 custody split of their daughter.
During the wedding on Saturday, everyone had fun. I even shed some tears of joy for my mom. But Sunday, something shifted. My cousin asked if I am going to call my mom's new husband dad. I obviously said no. I already had a dad and was a fully grown woman by the time he came into my mom's life.
Fair.
After that comment, my mother and her sister pulled me aside and started yelling at me to stop bringing up my father in front of her new husband because he's jealous of a dead man? His ex is alive and they see each other every other weekend to pass the kid. But he's jealous of a dead man. I basically told them to get off me, that I do not do
Do
that I
it.
do not do it deliberately, but my father had been my father for 20 years, and naturally I bring him up sometimes in passing, especially to my younger cousin, who was only 7 when my dad passed and barely remembers him.
My aunt went to a whole tangent how my dad was important to me, but is not important to anyone else anymore, and I should let go and move on instead of talking about him because everyone else is. That, in turn, made me cry, and I didn't speak to either of them for the rest of the day. Am I the a-hole for bringing up my dad sometimes? Is it reasonable of my mother's husband to be jealous of a literal corpse? No and
No
no.
and no.
Literally, no and no. You are not the a-hole, and it is completely unreasonable for her husband to be jealous of a dead man.
Yep. So what are some of the comments? This one I want to see.
Yep.
Okay.
NTA. This is straight up despicable behavior from your mother and aunt. No one gets to tell you to stop talking about your father. Ever. Are you sure this is actually coming from the new husband, or is it just coming from your mother? Regardless, it's disgusting to try and make you shut up, and even more so to say no one cares about your father. If your mother ever loved your father, she'd never allow that to be said. I wouldn't be able to look my mother in the eyes again if I were in your position. Oh, come on, stop doing the expand navigation thing. Okay, you read this.
Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to stop sending me pics of her European trip? Maybe let's find out. This post is about my girlfriend changing plans and uninviting me on a European trip. We live in the US.
So, you two are both still dating, and she just decided to uninvite you to a trip?
Yeah.
Seems suspicious.
All right, so my girlfriend is excited about this trip she's on and sending me pics daily after uninviting me and choosing to take her girlfriend instead due to finances. This is impacting me more than I expected. Am I overreacting by asking her to not send me her daily European vacation pics? Here are the details. I am 50, male. I, 50 male, have been dating an amazing woman, 44 female, for the past year. We have a strong bond and a healthy relationship. We both have successful careers. However, she makes more than twice what I do. I also have been in between jobs the past few months. Last year, before we met, she surprised her father with Wimbledon tickets. I've been excited for her to go on this trip with him. However, a few months ago, her dad backed out. His health isn't good, and he's more of a homebody now. So she told me she'd like to take me on the trip instead.
While I was disappointed she won't be able to take her dad, I was super excited for this. Wimbledon has always been a bucket list event for me. I grew up watching tennis and always watched Wimbledon. We made plans to head up to Scotland and check out Edinburgh. A few weeks later, she said she had second thoughts because she knows I need to be careful financially right now. She spent thousands on VIP tickets and business class airfare and didn't feel like she needed to pay for all of my expenses, so she invited her girlfriend to go instead, who is in a better position to pay for an expensive trip. I would have been able to contribute financially, but not at this first class level. Her logic makes sense, and she's right about the finances. She admitted she made a mistake for impulsively inviting me without thinking through everything. She has apologized and said if she could do this over again, she would have handled it differently. But it is tough because I was genuinely excited for this trip, and Wimbledon is a dream trip for me. But now that she's over there, I am getting pics of them flying business class at Wimbledon VIP events, the theater, and now they're heading to Scotland. Meanwhile, I'm house sitting for her and taking care of her cat. These pics are starting to burn me up, and I'm getting more irritated each time they come through. She's not trying to rub it in. I think she's just excited about her trip, but it feels like she is being insensitive to me. Am I overreacting for feeling irritated about this and asking her to not send pics every day? Keep in mind this has been a healthy relationship and she's an amazing woman. Zero red flags from her up to this point.
Well, it's not even a red flag. It's just that, like he said up there earlier, she's really excited. She wants to kind of share the experience with him the best she can, I think. I don't think she's trying to rub it in or anything. Like he said, I think she's just excited about her trip, but it is a little insensitive.
I'm gonna say nobody is the asshole.
Yeah, neither one of them are.
It's just a bit insensitive of her after she literally invited and then denied him.
Invite and uninvite.
Come on. Nah, I don't know what that stands for.
Nah, no, nah.
Nah. She didn't do anything wrong. At least, nothing she hasn't sincerely apologized for already. and is sending you the photos because you're who she wants to share the experience with, even if at a distance. But if seeing the photos every day isn't working for you, it's fine to say so, nicely. I'm having a bit of struggle with Wimbledon envy right now. I'll get over it. But meanwhile, it would be better if you didn't send me all these photos. Thanks.
See, and the funny thing is, if she was going with her dad, she would probably still sending him the pictures so that he would see. And hey, look what my dad and I are doing. Look what dad and I are doing. It's just the fact that he had a little glimpse of going, and then it was like, thank you.
And then Waste Porker says, she invited you to what would have been your trip of a lifetime. Then she unilaterally uninvited you because she decided in her wisdom you couldn't afford it. She didn't offer to help pay for your expenses. Sounds like she could afford it. But left you at home to care for her house and her cat. Is she paying you for your babysitting services while she is away having fun? To top it all off, she rubs your face in it daily with her social media posts. Gosh, all I can say is that you must set the bar pretty low if you think this is the behavior of an amazing woman. An amazing asshole, maybe. Not the asshole. Okay, we're gonna end this video off with some wholesome from the subreddit r/made me smile.
Babies!
After jumping over the bed and having fun, he went back to his bed before Mom came. We they are just having the best night of their lives. Oh,
Going back.
come on,
Playdate over.
climb.
He just does that like scorpion every time. He's like, oh, okay. Time to go back to sleep.
Go.
That was cute.
Okay, we gotta see what multitasking is.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, it's a dog. What? How are you doing that?
That's hilarious.
I'm sorry, how are you doing that though?
That was hilarious. It's like it's almost not even moving its upper body.
Yeah. Look, it just keeps doing that. Like, its back body moves. Like, the half front is frozen.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, well, you've been blessed with some wholesome. You're welcome. This is where we will end today's video.
Place.
Wait.